And hello to all my Gemini friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm going to be doing your free psychic tarot reading for July of 2021. Now, just like last month for you, we're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. That is what they have dialed up. It's a lot of information, 10 cards. It's usually about one area the most, but it can kind of spread off from there to go to different areas or wherever they really want. The difference between this spread and last month for you is that we're going to conclude the spread not with animal totems this time as they dictated last time. This time we are going to do what I call telling time. So they're wanting to pull out certain windows of opportunity in time to give you certain dates, certain times of months for certain reasons. We're going to see why. It should be interesting. So go ahead and hit the like button as I pull you in here so you can watch with me. And there we go. So this is called my ritual cuts. It cuts the deck into 3 different pieces and puts them back together in a separate order, and then that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Go. There it goes. The deck didn't want to work today. So then we're ready to run. Let's see what we got. Gemini, July. On the screen, I think. Okay, now this is going to be a little curved because I lose the frame with the wide angle here. Okay, I think everything's in sight now. Okay, very good. So this is 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is your main part of the cross itself. So this is going to go back here, and there's the cross itself. So let's get to work. Right. Okay, Gemini. For the Gemini males, a lot of you have you're coming in blocked yourself emotionally. Emotionally, you have kind of been turned off, or your emotions have been turned off. Let me get this out of my face while I'm in the process of that. You may be a little detached emotionally or out of love. Stuff like that can come up. It is also a reminder that you need to kind of take more authoritative control of your emotions or of your love life. Okay, now let's say you're a woman. The same message, it's just on the other side of it. So it's saying you may be dealing with a guy who is going through what I just described, or it could be a call for you as well to step up your area of love, to take more authority over it. And if you are a woman listening to this, what they're saying is that, or the passive person in the relationship or just in general, that they want you to take more authority in regards to love. So they say that you have a habit of letting other people kind of decide for you, where they want you to decide more for yourself what this is going to be. Now, what crosses you right now, going back to everybody across the Gemini board, is the Justice card. It can mean a whole bunch of different things. Let me give you a few examples so you can tie in the context. A lot of you are going through a lot of legal situations right now. Agreements, contracts, paperwork, lawyer stuff. Anything legal can come up for that. If it's not that, and that doesn't make any sense to you, then we're talking about the energy of the card, which is all about karma returning to you. So things are being paid back the way that you have put it out there. So it's being returned. Hopefully it's good karma, but bad karma exists also, and if you put bad karma out, that also returns. So that's what's happening right now in July. July is kind of like reaping what you have put into something. It's all coming back like a boomerang. Past position. They show that you the recent past, especially June, has been all about choices for you. There is nothing fate driven that comes up or that is set in the stars or anything like that. So they kind of want to bring you back down to reality with certain things. and pay attention to your choices, because the last month specifically, none of it happened to you for like a fate type of situation. They're saying your choices are what have brought you to the place that you are now, on the road you are now. Your choices. As we move into the future card, they show it's the second best card in the deck. Problem is it's inverted. So it's talking about joy, happiness, family fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, all those great things, but it's coming in blocked. So it's either saying that there is a reason it's coming in blocked, like there's something getting in the way of it, and that needs to get out of the way, obviously, so the energy can flow and you can experience the joy of the card in its rightful position. If it's not that, it can also be that the timing, that this feeling is just not going to happen in July. You may be starting the initial process of it in July, but the payoff is not going to be in July. It's going to be later. And that is also why it can come in blocked. So that, again, is an emotional card. We started with an emotional king. So really, they're making a pretty great effort here to make sure that you get your emotions in check and are really feeling things correctly. In the above position, this is saying something that you're very aware of right now. So it's not telling you anything new. So what it is it's kind of like a congratulatory thing, or like a pat on the back saying, hey, you did really well with this, or just saying like, well, it can be so many different things. That's part of what I dislike about the general readings, is because I really like being accurate, and general readings are just, there's so many Geminis in the Gemini bubble that the message gets muffled up a little bit. The base definition of the card, though, is good credit. The moral of the story is it's a good notation. It's a good thing for it to come up and see. Good credit. Good credit can be portrayed in a numerous bunch of different ways. It can be a good investment that you've made that you're aware of. Good timing on that. Any moving money into something that's going to appreciate versus depreciate. Making good financial decisions also comes up. Or just a good money month in general. So let me just look ahead and make sure I don't have any more. No. So a very good money month for Gemini in general. Good month to be making money as well. If you're looking for work, it would be a good time to probably go out there and do something about that. If you are already working in a situation or happy in your work situation, you may even consider improving it, going for a promotion, going for a raise, that kind of stuff. Anytime good credit comes up, it's this big umbrella of a lot of good financial opportunity for you. In July, we have to do everything in the context of July, unless I tell you different. The bottom card is the position that this is something you don't know or you're not aware of, they're saying. They're saying you're not aware of the fact that you really need to go after it right now and be offensive with work. Specifically with work now is what we're referring to. And by work, I have to tell you that it's not just work. It could be enterprise. It could also be areas of study if you're a student or you're learning something or you're in school. It can also be job and work. Those are the two main. So it's saying you need to be more, kind of go after it more. Be more proactive. You may want to start seeking something new or better, or something that would bring you more fulfillment, or at least more money, or more peace of mind. That's what it's all about. So it's saying that you have a tendency to kind of sit back and be kind of more in a guarded defensive position, where they're saying you need to be more offensive. And they're saying you're not aware of this. So that is what I need to bring up to you. That's probably the main theme of this whole thing, to be honest with you, is that you really have to set this in motion. You really have to go after what it is you're trying to do in your work life. Deep message, but good message. The advice card. It's kind of echoing what I just said. It's saying to be the boss. It's the Emperor card. It's the God card. It's the full authority card. Basically, be the boss. I always kind of stick to boss. So I don't know if this is like you being the boss of like a business that you're doing, or just being the boss of your finances and your work life, just kind of owning it for what it is. But really, it's a time to be authoritative and be completely, not to the point of being rude or cruel, but just really put your foot down and draw the line in the sand and say no more, wherever that line is for you and what situation you're in. Really go after it. And the Emperor he's looking right at the card I just described, so I almost feel like it has to be connected to that. It's that time to go on the offensive, go after something, and absolutely own it. They want you to do that no matter what. So do not sit back, do not get complacent. That is what this is all about. As I move into the next card, your environment. They say a lot of ideas have been moving through your environment. So that may be other people telling you new ideas or sharing ideas with you, some different things that you can do for this or for that. A lot of sharing goes on. It can be a lot of phone calls and text messages also comes up for a lot of you. A lot of busy activity in the air. The swords is the suit of air. So a lot of times texts and phone calls and stuff, basically stuff that's not tangible, comes up for that. So a lot of activity, a lot of action going on around you in regards to thought processes, ideas, stuff of that nature. So take advantage of that, absolutely take advantage of that. As we move into hopes and fears, they're saying that a lot of you Geminis have a real unfortunate possibility of having to learn lessons repeatedly. We want to avoid that. They're saying that you just kind of come out of one of those. It's going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading. If you're looking for messages specific to you, I do offer private readings on my website, scottsagent.com. So these lessons that you're having to relearn, they're showing that you actually just had to do that again, and you're coming out of it. So at least hopefully it's over now and you won't have to learn from that lesson again. But they're saying just in general that you really need to pay attention to the lessons you learn so you don't have to keep repeating it over and over. I mean, that's what life does, and that's what the universe does, is that they're going to check and they're going to test you to see if you got it right now. Like, did they learn this? Did he learn this? Did she learn this? And they're going to test you again to see that you did. And it's your job to show that you did. It's like the test, in school. Did you learn the material or did you not? Do you have to relearn the material? Do you have to retake the course? That's what we want to avoid. We don't want you to do that, Gemini. So be very observant of past habits, routines, mindsets, any of that kind of stuff that will get you in trouble with the lessons moving forward. We want to see you keep moving forward. The final result is an inaction in emotion, inaction in love. Now I'm going to frame it up a few different ways. For the single Geminis, July is probably not it for you. It's probably not the best time to get out there. It's saying inaction, so really kind of hold it back. It doesn't mean that you couldn't go and meet new people or anything like that. It just means that the suitors maybe aren't right for you, or the timing is not ripe, and you could just do better if you wait. I would just kind of like use this month for other purposes if you're single. If you're in a relationship, by them saying inaction, that may mean that it's just kind of business as usual and not necessarily moving forward or moving back. It's just kind of is what it is. That's why I say business as usual. You may want to, if there's any kind of advancement opportunity in a relationship, that may also need to be put back. Again, July is not the window for any love action. Any love action right now, we just kind of want to wait until maybe August. We'll see what comes up in August for that. So by them saying that, it's usually very clear that that we need to just pull the reins back and say not now. Okay, so now we're going to do your telling time. I need to reshuffle this real quick. As I do that, I need to tell you about the My Month Promotion Extension. very exciting news. We're extending the My Month promotion. We had it in June, and we're also going to have it in July. It is a free personal reading for you. All you have to do is sign up for the email. If you're already signed up for the email, read your newsletter. Your newsletter will tell you how you can get your next one as well for free. I always do a good job of taking care of my people. And if there's anything, I put a whole bunch of links in the description to the videos to make all this very easy for you guys. The My Month reading is a personal reading. It's energy just specific to you, where this is the Gemini bubble. We're looking at a bunch of Geminis here, where, your My Month, I'm just looking at a couple cards that are specific to you. And since it's free, it's a no-brainer. You go to the website, you put in your first name on the email list sign up. It's at the very bottom. You put in your first name, first initial, date of birth, and your email address. It could not be simpler. And there's a link in the description to this about the My Month promotional video, and it is mind-blowing, guys. You have to check it out. It's so good. It's so good. It's got reviews in there, and it shows how accurate it is, and you can't beat free, so you want to absolutely take advantage of that. So now we're going to do telling time. Got to do the ritual cut again because I shuffled and mucked up the cards. So let's see how this goes. This first round is the extremely high priority window of opportunity. Nothing came up for it. Well, hold on, I missed two more. 1, 2. Okay, nothing super high priority. So they want you to kind of take this a little bit lighter. Go through round 2 here. There's one. This may be one set of dates, or it may be multiple. We're about to find out. Okay, so we're looking at specifically one date that they want you to key in on. Let's see what that is and what it's about. Okay, well, that's very fascinating. Usually they tell stuff in the future. In this case, we're telling stuff from the past, your recent past. June 21st is the date that came up. Let me put that around a window. So we'll call it 18 to 25. They want to talk about something that a lot of you Geminis just did recently. It probably comes back to that lesson in actuality. Yeah, you're being told to follow the sign. There's something that occurred for a lot of you Geminis right around June 21st. Let me put a bracket of time between June 18th and June 25th. So that's kind of the week of the window where this event or circumstance happened. If you know what I'm talking about, please write it in the comments. I'm very intrigued to know. This is going to be spread across the board quite wide, and really narrowing down what the message was for you is key to it. But really think back to that time and the important events that happened to you, because they say that that was a huge thing as far as movement in your life, moving into a calmer area in your life. There was a big event or some kind of message for you that notated that. And it's very interesting to me because, like I said, when I do telling time, it's usually for a future event. They usually don't go backwards with this. So the only other possibility is if this is next year, June 21st. But I really feel intuitively they're more talking about just a few weeks ago here, guys. This is a message that you just received. It could be a message in love. It could be a message just that affects your life in different ways. So please pay attention and kind of brainstorm what that is. And hopefully that makes sense to you. That is where we're going to wrap up telling time. We've talked about the My Month. We have gone over everything except the moon cycles. Real important, real quick. Moon cycles are so easy, especially this month, to follow. Because it's the same as last month. It's actually going to be the same throughout the whole year. July the 10th, new moon. Perfect time to bring anything into your life that you're trying to bring in. Manifest in. And the opposite occurs on the full moon. Anything you want out of your life. It's like the garbage truck of the universe. Send it out toward the end of the month in July. So you can kind of plan for that. Anything you want to bring in early. Anything you want to send out late. And it's actually going to be that way through the end of the year. So that's what I have for your moon cycles. We have been through the entire Celtic Cross, all of telling time. I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July. Please hit the subscribe button so that you can see all the future stuff, and I will talk to you guys in August.